Hi everyone. Just heading back to the house from a nice ride. We had Thanksgiving here in the United States last week. Got to see a lot of family, got to eat a lot of good food, and that cleared the way for what they call Black Friday, the shopping day after Thanksgiving. And also today is what they call Cyber Monday, which is supposed to be the one time a year where excuse me, where more things are bought online than any other time. I saw a little article online that said, as happened last year, fewer people are braving the stores and the craziness on Black Friday to go out and shop the malls and to fight the crowds and the parking and everything else. I didn't go out to do any shopping for the long lines of Christmas presents. I did make a quick trip to the store, but it wasn't anything to do with that, and I didn't have to deal with any of the usual crowds or anything like that. I guess my question is, do you guys participate? Do you guys get out and go shopping and get into the Christmas spirit, go out after Thanksgiving or this time of year and hit the stores and see what they have? You buy the latest things for your friends and family. What's the hot item this year? You know, I don't even know. I don't pay any attention to it. I don't watch enough live TV to know what's hot and what's not. Mostly we watch YouTube videos, and we get on Netflix and PBS and all the other stations, and we watch pre-recorded programming. And so my wife does watch the news, and I watch a little bit of, but if you don't advertise during the 6 o'clock news program, I'm never going to see it, because I don't watch regular TV. So I have no idea what the hot item is for the kids this year, and that's not a worry because they're already gone out already. I saw some video of some of the mayhem that goes on in stores, some of the big box stores like Walmart and Target and some of the things like that. And if you haven't seen them in the news, go online and Google Black Friday Madness or Mayhem. And you will, I'm sure, be directed to many videos where you'll see people fighting over a toy or a sweater or no telling what, because of the markdown, because of the big discounts that the merchants give on Black Friday. Well, one of the interesting aspects of Black Friday and all that fighting is seeing some of the stories that go on. You know, every now and then the news will do a follow-up and find out, you know, what's happening and stuff. And honest to goodness, I saw this online. I think it was a young girl, probably 12, 13 years old, had grabbed an item, fairly good sized box, about say the size, about twice the size of a shoebox. It was some electronic item or a game or something, whatever the really hot popular thing was. Now, she had gotten it off of a pallet that the store had put in the middle of the aisle that was piled up with these things. So it must have been one of the hot items this year. And she gets it and turns around and walks back to her dad. Well, no sooner does she get the 20 feet to her dad than a woman, an older, frankly, about the same size as the girl was, but an older woman, grabs the package and falls to the ground screaming, "She took my package! She took my package! Why does she want to do that? She knocked me down!" And it was just, I mean, you could tell from the video, this woman was putting all this on. She was just, I don't know what her scam was. I don't know whether she was hoping the store was going to give it to her, or or whether she just wanted it and didn't want to fight the crowd in there, or figured out this was how she'd get it. I don't know, or whether she was just plain nuts. I have no idea. But I do know this, it just so happened that there was a police officer standing right behind her, watching the whole thing. And he helped the old lady up, brushed her off, took the package from her, handed it back to the 13-year-old, and grabbed her by the arm and led her out of the store. And I said, you know, that was a good one. That was a win for all the good, honest people. And it was a loss for creeps and jerks like she was being. But I don't want to get in that mess. I don't want to deal with that. I don't know what I'm looking for anyway, so there's no point to it. I do about 99.9% of my shopping online anyway, and that's throughout the year. My wife, I know what my wife wants for Christmas. I know what she likes. She likes the same things. So, you know, I always get her more than one thing, and you know, we don't spend a lot of money on each other because, quite frankly, we both have enough stuff as it is. And if I find something nice, I actually offered. I asked her. I said, "How would you like a really nice riding jacket this year?" And she said, "No, I've got that." She has a black leather jacket she's had forever, and it's not a riding jacket. It's just a black leather jacket. And she said, no, I like this jacket. It's comfortable. It keeps me warm. I'm fine. So she doesn't want one. So I'm not going to get her one. She literally, you know, she would rightly so fuss at me for spending $200 or $300 on a riding jacket that she doesn't want. So I'm not going to make that mistake. She's not really interested in jewelry. My mother left me a lot of really nice, expensive jewelry when she passed away. And so when we got married, I had a nice little treasure trove, and I've given her what she calls the Pearl of Power, which is a nice pearl necklace, and given her other things, other pieces of jewelry that my mother had. And she says she doesn't want anything else, and she's got, quite frankly, she's got all the jewelry. She doesn't wear a lot of jewelry anyway. She just likes, she says the wedding ring that I gave her is all the jewelry that she ever needs from me. So, again, a very sensible, beautiful, loving woman. And she knows I'm going to get her the stuff that she likes. So, and I will surprise her. I always manage to find something that she wasn't expecting. And so rather than give her the big $200 or $300 gift that she doesn't want, I'll give her a handful of less expensive items that I know she'll enjoy. I don't know what your Christmas shopping is like. You know, if you don't have a wife or a girlfriend to buy for, you know, you may not have to go through all this stuff. But you know, it's always a concern trying to find something that you think they'll like and you think you'll want. I used to give gifts back when I was younger, naively so. I would give gifts that I liked, you know, something that I thought was kind of cool. If I thought this flashlight was really a cool flashlight, you know, I might get 2 or 3 of them and give them out to people. And, you know, I'm sure they appreciated them, but I didn't really consider what they wanted or what they might need. And I try to do that now. But sometimes it's hard. You just don't know what somebody's going to want. Now, my kids are easy. My grandkids are easy. It's not a personalized gift, but they always love money. They always want money to help them out. My daughter generally takes it and pays bills. You know, tries to get ahead on some of her stuff if I give her some money. My son's the same way. The grandkids, of course, rightly so. It's theirs to have and to spend any way they want. Their father does put a restriction on them that any money they get, half of it they have to put into their savings account, so they'll have it later. And even though they're all fairly young, only one of them a teenager now, they all have $300 or $400 in the bank, growing at 0.001% interest if they're lucky. But anyway, it's in there, it's not being spent, and they'll be able to count on it someday to maybe be a down payment on a car, or help them with some education, or a security deposit for their own place, or who knows what. Maybe something that they just want to blow it on. But, you know, me, I don't really want anything. I don't really need anything. I'm very happy just to make sure that everybody else is happy, and that makes me happy. And my wife will give me something. And I may get something from the kids, the grandkids. Who knows? Sometimes they make me something. Sometimes they'll pick up something for me. But that's not important, and I don't really care about it. You know, I'll be like, you know, they don't bring me ties because they know I don't wear ties. And that's a shame, because the tie was always a good cheap gift. We always gave my father ties, and he wore them. Because that was, you know, he had to wear a suit when he worked. So he would wear a tie, but not me. I never wore one. Only wore one in church every now and then. And the church I've been a member of for the last 25 years, it's not a big deal. Just, we dress casual. So I guess the next time I wear a tie will be at a funeral or a wedding. It won't be my funeral, because I have asked my wife just to let me keep on wearing my just a blue jeans and a golf shirt and some sneakers. I'll be fine. I'll be glad to spend eternity dressed casually. Alrighty, well, just working my way back to home. My little clock, I know you probably can't read it, but it says 4 o'clock. It's really only 3 o'clock, because I'm too lazy to turn it back for our daylight savings time we're going through here in Georgia. Just daylight savings time is just insanity. Oh, there's the sheriff. How you doing? Waiting to catch some speeders. I'm not speeding, so he's not going to catch me today. But that's normally the case for me. Someday I'm sure I'll get pulled over for going too slowly. But hey, ride your own ride, right guys? Okay. Well, hey, I hope everybody is having a great week. It's going to rain here for the next few days, supposedly. So I won't get out to ride any, probably until toward the weekend. So everybody have a great day. I hope if you can, get out and ride. And if not, please look at my videos. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.